So much of the schedule still in front of us, Steve. However, some teams are really struggling early here.
Yeah, Kevin, and those teams, they can't lose their confidence because it's a long season. And sometimes you just don't have the talent to beat other teams, but you must stay focused and try to get better every night.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Oladipo is out there with MP. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Love in at the 4 spot. Now here's Wright. Kuzma outside. Passes it to Wright. 6 to shoot. From outside, off the mark. And Love's got the ball here for the Miami Heat. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
What was beautiful, it was a tremendous game plan coming in. You saw the execution, and you saw the results.
Here's Wright. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Porzingis kicks to Wright. And finished off by Wright.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
A nice shot by MP. And here is Wright. He's coming off a 10-point game against Oklahoma City. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. 2022, Greg, a year for the Washington Wizards with some historic significance.
And it marks 25 years of the Washington Wizards name being on an NBA jersey. A cool moment for the current players who can look back on this franchise and know they're a part of history.
And so Wright nails both of them.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
The 3 from MP gets the three-pointer to fall. MP's got 7.
A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
Back to Wright. Porzingis trying to get free, and it's Wright missing. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
And that was a heat check right there. First miss of the night, but still shooting 80% as a team.
And it's Beal in the corner. Kuzma outside. The three-pointer no good. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Another miss by MP.
They better clear a spot on the bench for him because that's where he's headed if he continues to take shots like that.
Yes, he is definitely going to the bench and maybe to the locker room.
Now here's Wright. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And bringing the aggression and the energy, 2 things you like to see from Porzingis.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Wes Unseld Jr. This will be the first game this season against this team. He knows they're great rim protectors, but he doesn't want his guys to back down. He told them, push the action, stay confident. You may get 1 cent back. Don't let that deter you at all. So, Kevin, they're going to keep trying to be aggressive all game.
Okay, David, thank you. We'll see if they can execute, Greg, well enough to beat the good defense.
Yeah, and it's about identifying the right matchup. You almost always have an advantage somewhere on the floor.
You can bet they've been doing a lot of scouting, really getting a chance to prepare for this game. This should be an interesting game of adjustments.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Avdiaz checked in for Daniel Gafford. Kisper comes in. And Washington has possession. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. They've got Bradley Beal. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Kispert. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's Gafford in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Beal can't get it to go. Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Steve, Jimmy Butler is definitely a defensive difference maker.
He is, Kevin. Back in the 2021 season, Butler led the league in steals. He is so committed to forcing you to make mistakes with the ball.
And Wright kicks to Kispert. Pass to Beal. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Adebayo. The Heat with the lead. To the inside, Oladipo. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Oladipo's got his first 2 points of the night.
Selfless pass by Butler. He's always ready to put the team's success ahead of his own.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Outside, Beal. Right for 3.
They are really struggling from the floor.
I mean, he closed the gap on that play with his speed. Jimmy Butler on defense is a treat to watch.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Tipped away. Butler with the steal. Adebayo passes to MP. Shoots. Trying to get open is Adebayo. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Adebayo.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Back to Wright. Can they get it? The Wizards with another miss.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Oladipo outside. And here's MP for 3. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So timeout call here, the first for the Wizards. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Man, that game goes down to the wire. Both teams exhausted, but only one has something left for the encore.
This is what we love about the NBA. Epic matchups almost every night. What other sport has that?
Kevin Love's checked in for Miami. And stolen by MP. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Here's Wright. And home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
MP against Wright. Butler dishes to MP. Trying to get open is Adebayo. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. MP's got the lead up to 13 now for the Heat. Wizards have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And Beal kicks to Wright. A minute 42 left in the first half. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Zinkas, he's checked in for Dan. Clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
With the score,
it's the Heat. They lead by 13. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington.
DC fans, a big round of applause for your Wizards, UNC. DC DC family, a big round
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Not someone they usually rely on to do this, but you need role guys to step up once in a while and help you out.
On the floor for Miami, Kevin Love out there with Butler. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's MP in at the point guard.
An active shooter. When Oladipo takes charge like this and looks to score, this guy is capable of living at the free throw line.
The Heat shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Oladipo. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
The combination of shooting and speed Oladipo provides this team is invaluable. And his hunger to keep getting better, also impressive.
Oladipo hits them both. Wizards trail by 15. Kuzma outside. Back to right. Lets it go from deep. And shot off. And it's Miami the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And he comes up with the deuce.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
And it's Wright with the ball for the Washington Wizards. Outside, Beal. The pass to Wright. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from 14. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
And here's MP for 3. And again, Miami with the triple. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Gafford kicks to Kuzma. Pass to Beal. Feeds to Wright. Kuzma outside. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Wright, the pass to Kuzma. Back to Wright. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Kevin Love. MP, that's for 2. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. MP's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Miami leading by 20. And a player opt-out for Kyle Kuzma after this season. GA probably hoping to earn himself a raise.
Yeah, and he's a worker looking to round out his game and take that next step as he's just entering his prime.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, Kristaps Porzingis famously earned the nickname the Unicorn for his combination of size and skill. Former All-Star, injuries have held him back. But now a new team presents a new opportunity. KP says, I'm going to take my game to the next level because my body is going to be healthy, and that's it. Well, Kevin, let's hope so.
Absolutely. He has had injuries along the way, but the talent is obvious. David, thanks. Washington calls timeout.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Avdia's checked in for Daniel Gafford. And Morris subbed in for Wright. Got that one up quick. 37 points for MP.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Beal finds Porzingis. Nice ball movement by Washington. They get it back, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Kyle Kuzma is trying to be more of a team player. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he's starting to accept his role.
The Wizards shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The first one falls. Wizards making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. The Heat also with a sub. Yurtseven's checked in. Some changes. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Avdia. Beal comes in for Kendrick Nunn. And it's DeLon Wright in for Monte Morris. And a new group in for the Heat. Kevin Love's checked in for Omer Yurtseven. Jimmy Butler comes in for Caleb Martin. Oladipo, he's checked in for Max Strus. And MP subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
They've got Porzingis. Wright is out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal. How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Washington has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
You know, you look at how they built this lead. It's been through extra possessions.
Number 18
hits the 3-point bomb.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
From deep. Rebounded by the Wizards. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch.
At the line for the Wizards, Kyle Kuzma. At the line for 1.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
congratulations on the win.